TH-43 has an older water main, but the time frame we were given to get that project in, to complete it, there wasn't enough time to complete plans and specifications for TH-43.
But there were time to Center Street.
No, I'm talking about when we did Schedule A, the 2009 municipal improvement project.
There was federal money in there. That was a one-shot deal for federal money on the water issue because it was.
Well, that was through the Department of Health. They were,
yeah.
We were able to get a low-interest loan through PFA for the water main.
What is the council's pleasure?
Well, you can just flip the coin. No matter which way you go, you'll find out in 6 months whether it's the right decision. Get something for FEMA, or you don't get something for FEMA. Interest rates continue to fall, as they're doing again now. So, you're just betting whether FEMA will come through.
In your estimation, does that take into account the potential dollars coming back from FEMA or
No.
not?
No,
So
I
that's
don't.
not counting.
Not just paying, that money comes back, we just stick that in the
city's portion,
yeah.
which lowers the debt service to everybody.
Except the recallable bonds.
Well, I wasn't going to get into the actual details in terms of the bond issue, and, unless you felt you moved forward, but why don't we go ahead and just review that quickly. In the second letter that was dated May 16th, I won't take you through all of it, but in the back is a bond cash flow with some bond details. In the top left-hand quadrant is your sources and uses, leading to the $1.185 million suggested bond issue. Down below, you see an annual payment structure built in. Actually, payments would be semi-annually, but for space, we do it annually. Roughly a 20-year time frame to be consistent with our capital financial plan, as well as the special assessments that would be certified each benefiting property owners. You'll notice that I've delayed principal payment until 2014. The purpose being that we would need to add a levy until the 2013 budget. And I did that to be consistent with, again, with that original CFP, which did not plan on the project happening until 2012, because if it had occurred in 2012, your first levy would have been 2013. I rounded the tax levy there. Basically, it would take a $45,000 a year tax contribution. If you brought in some utility revenues also planned for in the CFP, we can adjust those accordingly. But to answer your question, Mr. Robertson, this would have a call date of February 1st, 2018. So if we were to get paid $350,000, presumably the city is the authority on how that money is used once it's received. Could be used for another purpose, or it could be used to reduce or eliminate the levies for a number of years. But we couldn't prepay this particular issue until 2018.
Yeah, you can't prepay.
But if it is available for other purposes, you have other debt of the city that would be callable, and you could pay it down.
At a higher interest rate, more than likely.
Which would make more sense.
If this project isn't done and we end up having to rebid it at some point in the future, you also run the risk of having to assess homeowners a higher cost for the improvements also.
Right now, we know what it's going to cost.
Yeah,
We
now,
don't know what it will
we know
cost
what
next year.
homeowners are going to be assessed now, and we know that interest rate would be fairly decent, and if we wait with this, then we don't know what it means to the homeowners as far as assessment either, correct?
Correct. And in the Highway 43 project, which you didn't really have a good number on, that was all city share. That number you
That was the total project cost.
We don't have any idea what the city share would be.
The majority of that project is sewer and water, correct?
Sewer, water, and then street improvements. And then one thing MnDOT will look at doing is possibly, as far as correcting the sidewalks along 43, maybe some more restoration through there, so it would be a working, ongoing. Once we got approval from MnDOT as far as the project, they would work with us as far as what they want corrected in sidewalks and those types of things.
But they would want us to correct on the sidewalks?
Well, there's a cost share for that. No, there's a cost share for that.
Well, there's not gonna be a whole lot of money left to cost share with. I mean, Money Tree's getting a little bare here with these 3 projects that we need to do. If we
Yes.
start adding stuff to it, it's getting a little more unfeasible.
The MnDOT said was 400,000, probably maximum, give or take. But
I don't have all the numbers in line, but,
We're not dealing with accurate numbers here, so the conversation is, it's not gonna be helpful, because we're gonna come in with real numbers. We do know what we have for bid for this project, we do know what the bond costs are gonna be. And it's not to say that we can't find alternate sources for these other 2 projects. We just want you to have this, as much information as you can before you make a decision on this project, in light of the fact that we're not gonna get reimbursed to help us with that levy on 43.
Not to talk myself out of work, but if you look at it, you have 3 projects here, and let's just rough numbers, $3 million between all 3 of city costs. And of the 3, it sounds like there's 2 that are somewhat mandatory. One is the levy, and the other is 43. So my question, I guess, is how, what's the priority on this project in terms of, boy, if it doesn't get done, we're gonna keep it kimchi.
outstanding, is that what we did?
Yeah, the ones that.
John Stewart's working on?
That have been submitted, or?
Well, most of that is money we've already expended anyway.
How much we're gonna get back if they fund it.
I didn't control it. It's probably anywhere from 8 to 800,200 probably. But that's to reimburse us.
Right, that's the money we've already spent, when it goes back into the funds.
If they pay everything.
Well, the good news is that you're paying roughly $500,000 of principal off every year, and that means you pay off half your debt in 10 years or less. So you have a relatively quick payoff. But what really seems to be troubling is the amount of work that's being pushed on us in such a short time frame.
That is a tough part, because these 3 projects more than likely need to be done. 2 of them for sure, and this one, I know that there's some residents who don't feel that it needs to be done. The engineer's saying, and I think public works staff would say that it needs to be done. We've got low bids, it's a good environment for bonding, and I think there's a strong potential for reimbursement for FEMA. So,
Yeah, but this is the street where the loader fell.
Where what?
Where the loader fell in the hole.
Yeah.
The
That's
street
right.
collapsed.
I already explained that to you. And we do have time to work on the other 2. We just want you to understand the enormity of this situation that the city faces right now.
Yeah.